What is a one-sample sign test? When do we perform this hypothesis test? And how do we perform this test? In this video, we will try to understand that. The one-sample sign test is a non-parametric hypothesis test. This test is used to determine whether the median of a distribution is equal to some hypothesized value. For example, let's say there is a store and the store manager wants to know whether the median of the number of customers visiting the store per day is 100. To determine that, the store manager collects the number of customers visiting the store for 10 consecutive days, and here is the number of consumers visiting the store for those 10 consecutive days. Now, can we say from this data that the median of the number of customers visiting the store per day is 100? To determine that, we can perform a one-sample sign test. Please note that there are certain assumptions for a one-sample sign test. They are: the distribution of the data is not normal, and as this hypothesis test makes no assumptions about the shape of the distribution of the data may be skewed either to the left or to the right. Now, let's look back at our example. Our null hypothesis H0 in this case is that the median number of customers visiting the store is 100, and the alternative hypothesis HA is that the median number of customers visiting the store is not 100. Let's also assume that the level of significance is 0.05. Now, as per the data we have, the number of customers visiting the store in 10 consecutive days is like the following. And our hypothesized median is 100. So, in the first step, we will assign a sign to each of these numbers. If the number is more than 100, we will assign a plus sign, and if the number is less than 100, we will assign a minus sign. So, after assigning the signs, the data looks like the following. Now, here we are performing a two-tailed hypothesis test. So, our test statistic is the number of positive or negative signs that has the minimum count. Here, we have 6 positive signs and 4 negative signs. So, our test statistic is 4 in this case. If our hypothesis test is a left-tail test, then our test statistic would have been the number of positive signs. And if our test is a right-tail test, then the test statistic would have been the number of negative signs. Please note that this holds true if the total number of observations is less than or equal to 25. If n is more than 25, then the test statistic is calculated in the following way. Z0 is equal to k plus 0.5 minus n by 2 divided by root n by 2, where k is the number of positive or negative signs whichever is less. So, in this case, our test statistic is the number of positive or negative signs whichever is lower, and we have 6 positive and 4 negative signs. So, our test statistic is the number of negative signs, that is 4. Now, we will look into the sign test critical values table. Please note that in our case, the total number of positive and negative signs is 10. So, we will look at the row with the number 10 and alpha is equal to 0.05 for two-tailed test. If our test statistic is less than or equal to the value found in the table, we reject the null hypothesis. We get the value 1. So, our test statistic 4 is more than the value found in the table. So, we fail to reject the null hypothesis. Hence, we can conclude that the median of the number of customers coming to the shop per day is 100. I hope this helps. Interested viewers, who want to know more, please visit the website of the Security Buddy or refer to the playlist Statistics for Machine Learning. The relevant links are provided in the description. You may also want to subscribe to us and get notifications on recent videos.